What up, everybody? Quick little announcement before we jump into the podcast. Today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me, Adamak, and Nuxtaku will be hosting the World Anime Awards over on Twitch. The poll where you can vote and our Twitch channel will be linked down below. Get hyped, and without any more delay, enjoy today's episode of Rant Cafe.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, you got me.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
I thought with Nux not being here, no one would interrupt me, but that was wrong.
I'm starting the stream like that. That's how the edit's going.
No, maybe the YouTube stream, but I gotta be professional for the podcast, bro. What's going on, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube Twitch channel, Anime Uproar. Welcome to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. This is a special New Year's Eve episode where we have a lot of stuff to do, like for the actual New Year's night with a lot of beautiful women, obviously. But before that, we're just gonna be hanging out with you guys because we love you so much, and we're gonna be talking about what are the things that we're most hyped for, anime and manga related, in the new 2020 year. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, cool stuff to talk about, so that's what we're gonna be discussing in this episode. And joining me today, along with my best bud Briggs from Old Anime, we have Evanit0 and Noble from Lost Paws.
Yo, what's cracking, guys? How you guys doing?
Let's go, boys.
Doing great, guys. Thank you for joining us for another amazing stream that I believe will be. Hopefully, it will be. If not, though, don't point it out in the comments because that would be totally a dick move. Who wants to start with what's going to be happening in the 2020 year? The year of our Lord, 2020.
There's so many things I want to talk about. I guess. What were you going to say there, Noble?
Well, I'm looking forward to certainly Kaguya Season 2. I definitely want to see that. 100%.
I didn't even finish Season 1. This is so sad.
That is pretty sad. It's so funny. It's
Neither did
so
I.
good.
It was good, but I feel like I started to get bored of it, you know? Like, it was like, yeah. I enjoyed their interactions a lot, but eventually I was just like, I wasn't into it as much.
This kind of became like an old meme.
With Kaguya, the thing is, it is a cool premise, but I feel like it overstays its welcome because you get the idea, oh, it's Death Note but with love, and then as the episodes kind of go on, you're like, I get it, it's Death Note with love, but what else? You know, that was my experience.
Interesting. I thought it was more beloved, but I guess it's more of the meme community that likes it. Interesting.
I think it is pretty popular. It's just that me personally, I thought it was interesting, but not like something that I'm super hyped for.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, I think one of the main things, I want to talk about One Piece, but we'll save that for later. One of the main things I'm looking forward to is Haikyuu. It's coming out in 2020, and I believe it's Netflix has the rights. And I want to rewatch all of Haikyuu before the season comes out because I'm just like so hyped for it. Is it gonna be
streaming globally or only in Japan? Like when it releases?
I'm not sure. I wish it would stream globally, like if Netflix actually adopted that that method for us, but probably not.
Well, they do that with some shows like Psyche, right? But like,
yeah, they also did it with Violet Evergarden.
Did they actually?
No, that was like a timed release.
No, it was weekly. It came weekly. I remember
in Canada. Here in the US, we had to wait. Like,
yeah, well, I don't know. The point is,
I was like, I don't care about the US.
No, it still applies though that they do it for some things. Doesn't matter which country, right? They're still doing it, so they could technically do it everywhere.
Yeah. So apparently people are saying only in Japan, which is so sad. Either way, I'm super hyped for it. It's like my second favorite sports anime of all time. I just like, I don't know, like. It took me a little bit to get into sports anime, but now that I've gotten into it, like I feel like I'm part of the team and I'm like rooting for them along the way. And I love all the characters and their dynamic as a squad.
Bro, you can be part of a volleyball team and be part of the Straw Hat Pirates. Choose now.
There's just so many nakama that I want to have.
Hey man, he likes his homies. Like I liked Kuroko's Basketball as a sports anime. That one was really good for me. Like I enjoyed the crap out of that. And
Basketball with superpowers.
My favorite one had to be what?
Basketball with superpowers. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. It counts as a Keiko counts as a sports anime, right? Doesn't it?
Which one?
Is this the one where they're bashing their butts and boobs together?
Oh, Keijo.
Keijo, sorry, Keijo.
Sports anime.
Yeah, sorry. I think I was thinking of a different one.
For me, my favorite sports anime is Hajime no Ippo, but since we're probably never going to get more episodes of that,
Oh, yeah.
there was rumors about it, but I think it was fake news. Since we're probably not going to get anything more of that for a while, I'm hyped for Haikyuu.
And it's just
Yeah.
like Hunter x Hunter starting up again. It's just fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haikyuu is definitely coming up next year, and that is very, very interesting for Haikyuu fans. Unfortunately, my favorite sports anime, Keijo, also has no signs of coming up with another season.
Someone
Yeah.
just said in chat, well, One Piece did have that soccer special. Oh, my apologies. One Piece is my favorite sports anime as well.
Oh yeah, it did have that.
In that special, Sanji kicked the ball around the world, I'm pretty sure. Kicked the ball around the world and scored.
Yeah, for those of you who are wondering, they're talking about football, but in the American way.
No. Okay, moving on. What next are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to more Danmachi because anything with Hestia, always gets my vote.
Is that
Oh, it's
confirmed?
getting another season? Interesting.
Yeah, it's getting a third season
Oh,
and
yeah.
an OVA at the end of January.
Wow. Hestia appears to be Bestia, guys.
She
Yeah,
is. People don't recognize, man. I'm telling you.
I've actually
Well,
watched
she-
the entire second season.
In my video, she did win Waifu of the Year for, I think, one of the years that she appeared. So,
Well, it was definitely not the year where Mai was part of
no,
the
no.
show.
And that'll be coming up today. It was all fan voted.
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. You make it fan voted, and then you don't take any responsibility.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I had a
Right.
shit ton of waifus. How could I possibly? It's a decade of waifus. What am I supposed to do with that, man?
I was gonna make a decade of waifus, but I was just gonna make Hestia win, and people would hate me for it. That's why I decided not to.
When you say decadent waifus, I'm just thinking like a woman with her body covered in chocolate. I don't know.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa there.
You
I
got
don't
your
know.
fantasies going on here, honey. All
That's,
right.
that's what decadent waifu means to me. I'm sorry, guys.
I wonder
is
who
this?
who will win best woman for Zawardo Anime Awardos, which is I think we're
I
gonna be
don't know
doing.
why you say the R like that, but okay.
I have to.
Guardo.
Zawardo Anime Awardos. We're gonna be probably doing an episode for that on Thursday, so get hyped.
Yeah, so on Thursday, the plan is to have a sort of finale of that World Anime Awards
Where
competition, where we're going to declare the winners.
where me, Nux, and Animac choose our votes, and then we give you guys the option to vote, and we're going to put out tweets at the end of the podcast. And then I guess we're going to do a 50-50 split. We haven't figured out the percentages yet, and we'll come down with the winners.
When are we going to have them vote? Because we have to announce the winners in the stream, don't we?
Well, that's the Nux wanted to do it where we choose our votes in the stream, and then we tweet it out, and then we announce it later on. Which it's like that would mean 3 streams. But
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot of streams, dude.
Unless we do it, just put the tweet out beforehand, and then announce the results and make our picks, and then do the calculations live.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better
Cool.
thing.
Well, what's the next anime we're hyped for, boys? I know.
Well, can we talk
Animac-
about? Can we talk about the movie for Violet Evergarden that's coming out in 2020, guys?
Yeah, so hyped,
Feels
so hyped
movie.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a show. That's right. It was very pretty.
No,
Very
but
pretty.
everyone,
It was just
everyone,
very
honestly, so there is a Violet Evergarden movie coming out for all of you fans, and there are people who really feel strongly about this show, and they loved it. And I saw in the comments for our World Anime Awards discussion, people were it wasn't for the World Anime Awards. It was for roasting Watch Mojo's top 20 anime of the decade list. A lot of people did not like that we weren't praising Violet Evergarden. So I don't know, man. It has a strong fan base, but I just don't get it.
Well, of
Strong
course
enough.
it has a strong fan base. Violet Evergarden is amazing.
Evanito
It's
again
beautiful.
coming in with a good
Yeah,
Loved
man,
it.
like
good
he-
with,
okay,
with that good
he's-
taste. Good
he's a
taste.
Violet Evergarden hater.
I don't
I'm not
hate
hating
it.
It's just beautiful.
I don't
No,
think
That's all it is.
I joke
It's-
around about having different tastes in Animac, but I don't think I've ever agreed with something Evanito said.
Wow.
No, the thing with Violet Evergarden, it's absolutely beautifully animated, and it's an interesting world they create. But the story just doesn't keep me interested. And then people are like, "Bro, you're not emotional. You're not. You don't. All you want is action, dog." I cry every time I think of Anohana. Okay,
Yeah.
watch Anohana. Think. So don't you tell me, man.
I've cried multiple times to One Piece. Violet Evergarden needs to step up its game, clearly.
I cried to One Piece.
Yeah.
Briggs,
Like,
2019.
honestly, how I feel about Violet Evergarden, it's like all the interesting things happened before the anime aired, and now you're just watching a dragged out ending.
Yes.
That's what
Because
it
the
feels
war,
like.
when the anime starts, the war has ended, and now she's a secretary, typing like telegrams and stuff.
Okay, all right, yes, Violet Evergarden is technically the prologue to what would probably have been a better show, but
He admits it.
I still think it's great.
All right,
No, I mean,
Animac,
yeah,
to
I
get
mean,
to your
it's
real
fair.
pick, which we all know is Attack on Titan.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
More Attack on Titan.
One thing I will say too is that we recently got information that Attack on Titan, the manga, would definitely be ending in 2020. Now, of course, this type of stuff changes sometimes, but apparently the word on the street is that Attack on Titan manga is going to be ending in 2020, and the final season of the Attack on Titan anime will be coming in 2020, I believe in the fall. So I'm incredibly excited for that and scared and a little bit, turned on, whatever you want to call it. It's very, very interesting.
They've postponed their stuff multiple times, so we never really know, but it's apparently planned for October 2020, and I'm so excited because this last season, based off of what I've read in the manga, should be my favorite season out of all of them. Like, it's not even close. I used to be an Attack on Titan, like, hater to a certain extent, 'cause I thought it was overhyped. This lives up to the hype, if not, like, exceeds it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think that the interesting thing about it will be when exactly will the manga end, because this anime is being billed the new season as the final season. So the anime is going to have to cover the ending of the manga. So, when exactly is it going to end? Is the anime just going to get the ending earlier and be able to produce it? Because the anime obviously takes a while to produce. Or is the manga going to end fairly soon and then the anime will have plenty of time to do it? I'm very interested in seeing how that plays
I
out.
really hope they don't do an anime original ending. That would be the worst
Oh,
thing
no.
ever.
I mean, they've been pretty faithful
Yeah.
to the manga, so I don't think that would happen.
Full Metal Alchemist. Oh boy, then you have to get another season of Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Wait, what did you just say there,
Traveling
Noble?
Pants.
What anime?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, but not the Brotherhood. Just like Full Metal Alchemist had an original ending too.
Disgusting. Cultural appropriation. It's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Come on.
See, this is what happens.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
This is what happens when you're traumatized by Nux talk.
Dude, Nux streamed yesterday saying Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for an hour straight.
He's infected your mind.
Yep.
What he should have done is that's how Mr. Beast started. He just did these crazy challenges for like 10 hours straight watching Jake Paul videos. Nux should have just done that. Posted a whole video on his channel.
Well, I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna. We streamed for like over an hour, and he's gonna edit it down, or have an editor edit it down. And he's gonna post it on his channel.
Editing it down. That's
What are they gonna edit?
I don't know.
Like,
Just
I guess they're
stale
gonna
air.
take out the pauses between. The different-
Exactly. That's why we streamed for a little over an hour.
So yeah, I mean, Attack on Titan's gonna be crazy hype.
Like, how
They
did
could go-
Eren? How did Eren go from like a pretty shit character, in my opinion, to like an amazing character?
He was never a shit character.
He was.
People just didn't understand him, bro, and they didn't give him the time to grow after his traumatic childhood that would make anyone, anyone would be traumatized and angry and conflicted
100%.
if they grew up like Eren did.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah, I didn't really like
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, so I can't really say much.
Dude, you have like coming from someone who didn't like it as well. Like at the start, like it just the manga is top tier. Like it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely give it a shot. And it's not like it's not a super long series like One Piece, so
So
definitely-
speaking of things I'm actually excited for 2020, One Piece. I feel like Wano may end in One Piece. The fact that an arc that's already been going on for like months, I'm like, oh, I hope it ends in 2020.
That's One Piece for you.
It's actually
Out
it's on the
window.
final act of Wano right now in the manga, and I'm so excited.
yeah. Yes, Chad, I know that Pokimane is streaming. I can see it.
What? Why is that important?
No, it's
What?
a meme. It's a meme.
Also, we got some information about the One Piece last week. I don't want to spoil anything for everyone
You better
catching
not.
up.
I'll slap your face.
We got information about the One Piece 20 fucking years
so-
later.
I'm an anime only watcher, so I don't want to hear this.
I won't.
Man, the
but-
One Piece is the friends you make along the way. Everyone knows.
No,
hate
it's
you
what's
so
what's
much.
gonna happen
already
is
did
the One
confirm
Piece is
that.
gonna reveal that there's a 2-piece, and then it's gonna be a season 2 that goes
Yeah,
on for
yeah,
another
that's-
20 years.
It'll be Luffy's kids or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, One Piece Shippuden.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't mind that, honestly.
I
I
mean, yeah.
would.
At this point, imagine you've been like a fan of One Piece like 15 years, just depending on that chapter every single week. Like, what are you gonna even do with your life if it actually ends?
Like, how can they live up to the hype though? Like this, like I know it's like the journey and not the destination, but at the end of the day, I fucking care about what the One Piece is, and like, how could they live up to the hype 20 years later? It's gonna be like 30 years later by the time it's
That's
done.
true. Because I feel like
mean-
people would be disappointed if it's just treasure, and will equally be disappointed if it's just like the friends you made along
So
the
it's
way.
definitely not just treasure, and that's like
Yeah.
even just prior to knowing what happened in the last chapter, it's definitely not just treasure. But like, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. And also, I can't talk about it, but like, something happened, and it just stupidly hype.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I'll find
been
out in
keeping
about
alive
2 or 3
for forever, so he's pretty good at what he does, Mr.
Yeah.
Oda.
yeah.
Apparently, he
I mean,
has multiple endings planned, just in case someone guesses it, which is like crazy.
any writer should have massive respect for Oda, who can have a story going for that long and have such a huge fan base, and people are like, it didn't fall off, like they love it more than ever. That's massive respect.
Yeah. I feel like our community is a little bit toxic just because of, like, we just want to defend One Piece to the death because of how good it is. But anyway,
the only
let's,
thing that,
go
like,
ahead.
it's really hard to get more people into One Piece just because of its fucking length and how dated it is.
Yeah. Well,
That's
on
the
a
one thing.
100%, like, it's just daunting when you look at, 967 chapters. Like, next year we're going to go into the thousands.
Oh god, it's true.
But on a positive note, the East Blue special got dubbed, so I feel like that'll get more people into it because it covers like the first 100 episodes in like 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it does it like the justice it deserves, but for 2 hours, it does a pretty fucking good job.
Yeah, One Piece is amazing. By the way, we are just over 1,000 followers on Twitch away from unlocking the One Piece podcast. So, you know, if you're excited for One Piece and you want to get that podcast going, where I will be actually committing to read One Piece and discussing it weekly along with my friends, then you can definitely follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/rantcafe. Also, we had someone in the chat, Dark Elixir, donate magical crystals to say, Keijo is the worst sports anime. I don't want your money, bro.
Issue a refund immediately.
Yes. No, but I'm keeping the money. We had some people in the chat mentioning ReZero Season 2 finally coming out in 2020. That was some recent news that we got. So after 4 years since Season 1, Season 2 of ReZero is coming.
Dude, it's been 4 years already.
yeah,
It seems like
26.
I think it's been too long of a wait.
so. We've
It's
been
gonna
doing
die.
Rat Cafe for fucking 4 years. What?
No.
Dude, I swear we did a debate on like Tony's channel about Amelia versus Rem, and I feel like we were definitely doing Rat Cafe episodes at that time.
Yeah, so it's been like 3 years and something and changed now, but by the time it comes out, it's going to be like 4 years.
True. ReZero is all right. I'm really excited because like I've honestly been spoiled about stuff that happens in the light novels, and like apparently like ReZero was just the prologue the first season, and shit really goes down in the later on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for ReZero Season 2 because so many questions were left unanswered, like with Season 1.
Mhm.
And I know they are answered in the light novel, but I didn't read the light novel because I've been waiting for the anime. And like all the REM stuff that people freaked out over is my least favorite. I want to know more about the world. I want to know more about the witch. Like, that's what I'm interested in, man.
Yeah, that's the stuff they got spoiled about, which the witch. But anyway, Alpha Dio said donated 100 magical bitches to say Keijo is one of the best sports anime.
Yeah, I'd definitely take your money, dog.
Evan Noble, anything else you guys are looking forward to?
I mean, there's always going to be another My Hero season. I think every year, isn't it?
Hopefully.
I mean, I think that's the plan. I don't have confirmation yet. I don't think.
And I don't think the new My Hero season. I think it goes over like the battle arc. Maybe you'll see. I don't want to go too into spoilers, but Deku's shit. I can't say that. I don't want to spoil it.
No, yeah, I'm guessing this season will include the school festival stuff, and then maybe a little bit into the following arc, and then the next season will include like the crazy stuff that I'm loving right now in the manga.
Yeah, I kind of want to see Endeavor's arc. Honestly, I think that one's really good.
Yeah, so that might be the ending of this season, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
like that might be introduced at the end of this season.
Okay, you're right. I'm like trying to remember like all the order because it's been a while.
Yeah, so the Endeavor arc, or I guess it's called the Pro Hero arc, that is before the other training arc that they have.
Yeah. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing more of Deku's growth because he's kind of been like pushed to the side a little this season for Mirio. And
best boy Mirio.
Yeah. I mean, I see why people like Mirio. So like he's a good character, yeah. And I feel bad everyone's just like, yeah, he should have been the one who inherit. I'm like, guys, please. Come on now. It's not as emotional if Mirio gets it. Come on now.
Yeah, it wouldn't exactly be an underdog story.
Yeah. Like that's kind of the point. It's like Deku's supposed to have nothing. He's supposed to be robbed of everything, but then he like gets it all back through hard work, trials, and tribulations. Like,
and eating All Might's hair, which gives him the best power ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and God damn it, I can't say spoilers. I want to say spoilers so bad, but I can't.
Oh yeah,
this
you
entire
can.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Titan Siren said, I hope Vinland Saga has a season 2 in 2020. Yeah, we don't know. We don't have confirmation, but man, Vinland Saga, though.
Has it not been confirmed? I thought it was.
I think it actually might be confirmed to have a second season coming out, but we don't know if it's coming out in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I'm so excited because it ended off on a fucking bang. And the next arc, which has a completely different tone than the entire series thus far, is one of my personal favorites in all of Vinland Saga.
So I'm guessing that no one gets killed in this next arc because everyone gets killed in this first arc.
I mean, I think the killings are pretty consistent. It's more the thought about the killings that changes.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So is Vinland Saga pretty much just like the Game of Thrones of anime?
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, because I feel like Game of Thrones has a lot. It switches a lot of different characters constantly. Vinland Saga follows, so far at least, a main character, but it's definitely full of action and killing and history, and also some politics, but so far more military stuff than politics stuff. Again, I'm not a manga reader though.
Less
Dude,
incest. Okay.
Can you please
that's something?
Can you please give it a chance, Noble? Like a little bit more of a chance.
God, I don't know. There's nothing appealing about it to me, but yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I will say Vinland Saga has definitely been like one of my favorite shows from this year for sure.
Like it's easily anime of the year. Like I don't even think anything comes close.
Yeah, like I'm only 10 episodes in and like it's so good.
Evan. Like Demon Slayer had the biggest hype of the year. And I love Demon Slayer. I thought it was great. Not even close. Like not even in the same ballpark as Vinland Saga, in my opinion.
Yeah, watch the whole season 1 and then make your decision. But I definitely think
people said like the same thing about Beastars, so I gave Beastars like a fair shot. I was like, okay, people are really saying good things about this. So like I went into it with an open mind, and it was boring and unrelatable at all, and it was terrible. So yeah,
I think Beastars.
And I said that's it.
I think Beastars is okay. I don't think it's great. Like I don't think it was bad. I thought it was just like an average series. It was fun. I'm fully caught up. I'm enjoying it, but it's not Vinland Saga.
Yeah, there are some people who are saying Beastars Anime of the Year, and I'm like, no, slow down.
Well, I feel like it's trying to be so deep and metaphoric, right? And like, I still think it's good, but I feel like people probably like because they see all these like deeper meanings and like all this metaphorical stuff, maybe they like praise it higher than what it actually is.
I am never guilty of that.
Yeah, Animac. But also,
have you
apparently, because Beastars already had a big following prior to the anime coming out, so it might like be like just like me. I'm fully caught up with the Vinland Saga manga, so the entire time I was watching the anime, I'm like, oh my god, like I loved like I kept on like thinking about what happens later and how like great they introduced the start of the series. So I'm obviously super biased. So maybe people are doing the same things with Beastars. Everyone says Beastars gets better later on as well.
But what if Beastar fans are just like rabid furries?
Yeah,
and they're completely skewing like how good the anime is because it's just furries are obsessed with it.
You're gonna trigger so many people by saying that.
Guys, like there's been a murder at our school, but you know what? The school play must continue on. Like, we have to do it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? like, okay.
I'm just
makes no sense,
I'm just kidding about the furry thing though, partially.
Partially. Well, I'm sure there's definitely a bunch of furries that love it because they're furries, but at the end of the day, it's still a great anime.
Yeah, but One Piece is still a better furry anime.
But of course, One Piece is a better everything anime. One Piece is a better fucking comedy. One Piece is a better action. One Piece is a better romance. It's gonna if it becomes that high school anime.
No. One Piece is not a good romance.
No, just wait. It's gonna become a high school romance anime when they make the spin-off.
He says he does not want romance. He wants nothing to do with it.
Well, for Luffy anyway. I feel like other characters might.
Has anyone actually hooked up with anybody?
I mean,
and also let's be fair. Holo from Spice and Wolf is hot. You don't have to be a furry to appreciate Holo.
This is true.
This is definitely true.
Evan, how did you feel about the whole mermaid and Fishman Island arc?
Oh my gosh. It definitely was one of like the weaker arcs for me. But like I did like the end of it. Like when like they all like challenged like the entire like army or whatever.
Wasn't even talking about that. You don't have to be a fishy to appreciate the fucking mermaids, my dude.
A fishy.
Wow.
Oh.
Is it a
scaly?
Wow. No, that's lizards. Sorry.
Scaly.
It's like a new thing we just came up with, fishy.
Yeah.
Oh man. I can't wait for Urban Dictionary to have the definition for fishy and then like a picture of Evan.
Oh no.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Made in Abyss.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, so Made in Abyss is apparently getting a movie, but not season 2 yet, right?
But no, but the movie is gonna so all the other movies kind of like recap the story and were like other stuff. The new movie apparently is gonna continue from where the anime left off. And as much as I like to make fun of like Nux overhyping the series, the last 3 episodes were fucking fire or absolutely amazing. So if they continue from that point and it maintains that momentum, I am super excited.
Like, Made in Abyss was an anime where I literally had to pause the episode to cry. Yeah. And like I was like, oh
what?
Shit.
Really?
Like, I like there was like it was too much pain. I was like, damn, that's hurts, dude. That fucking hurts.
Okay, I remember in Your Lie in April, I probably had to pause.
Your Lie in April was okay. Anohana was the big one for me. I was a bitch. I was crying like
I know. Yeah, I can't like. Sometimes I want to rewatch it, but then I can't.
I can't force myself to rewatch it. I was like, once was enough. I can't feel this pain again. I can't do it.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the thing though is about when we're gonna get Vinland Saga and stuff, season 2. You just never know. Like anime studio production cycles are so weird because with some really popular and financially successful anime like Attack on Titan, Seven Deadly Sins, Re:Zero, we waited 4 years. Then with other anime, you just wait like a year, sometimes 2 years. I don't know. There's no like rule or rhyme or reason to it seems.
But that's a good question. Actually, you made me think of something. Do you think Seven Deadly Sins is going to get another season after what happened?
I mean, if it's going to be like that, then it shouldn't really. To be honest.
I feel like it definitely will. It's going to be on Netflix again, I'm pretty sure, and it has like a huge following.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If they're gonna put it on Netflix, because for those of you who don't know, the latest season of the Seven Deadly Sins has been a terrible animation, just like terrible
garbage.
And it is a Netflix distributes it outside of Japan. So if they put it on Netflix like that without actually fixing the animation, like I don't know what to say to that, because I was thinking, okay, so the first episode was pretty bad animation, but then it got a bit better. So as I was watching, I was like, okay, so maybe they had to rush certain parts, but they saved their budget for like the big Escador Meliodas fight and all this stuff and stuff. Meanwhile, that was like that hypest part of the season was the worst part in terms of animation. So I don't know what they're planning. I don't know where the strategy is. I don't know why they did this. On the one hand, it's like, okay, well, at least we didn't wait 4 years for it. But now when it got this bad, it's like, we should have waited because this is terrible.
Yeah. And it's so sad. The second I watched that fight, I went to YouTube and watched, like, you know those people who make like the manga YouTube videos where they like put background music and like move the manga panels. The fact that the fucking manga like MMVs were fucking better than the actual anime was so sad.
Yeah.
Like I got hyped off of that and not off the actual fight.
When I saw it, like someone posted on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, this is some fan animation. Noble's trying to fuck with me. Noble's trying to get me again. Noble's trying to get me again. And then I was like, then I looked at what people were saying, and I'm like, this is real? How is this real? Like, what? Oh.
Yeah, that made me feel pretty bad too. Like I didn't want Seven Deadly Sins to suck. I didn't want that. I wanted it to be great.
Especially since the story in this season is better than it's been in the previous two. And like I personally thought that the story just keeps getting better. Like it was the weakest in season 1. And it was mostly focused on like humor and stuff like that. And then it actually gets deeper with the backstories and everything. So now I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, Ashley was really disappointing too. I was just it hurt. It hurt watching it,
yeah.
dude.
It really hurts. And that's the other thing to think about. The Seven Deadly Sins manga will likely be ending in 2020 as well.
Ooh.
People have been talking about it ending for like almost a year now because it was supposed to end apparently at chapter 300, but now it's at 337 already. But it does look like it's winding down, so it could very likely be ending in 2020. But the future of the anime is very uncertain at this time.
Well, at the very least, we have a good manga to read if the anime just continues to be shit.
Just disappoints.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. But so let's talk about this whole movie situation where you mentioned, Briggs, that Made in Abyss, the movie, is actually going to be continuing the story. It's not a filler or recap. But I wonder, why are they doing this? Why are they doing a movie instead of a whole season? Because same thing is happening with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is getting a movie that's going to be continuing the canonical story, the Demon Train arc. But it's like, why? They had successful animes. The animation was beautiful. So why are they now going to a movie and actually a canonical movie? So how are they going to continue the anime again? Like, so you're going to have to watch the first season, then actually watch the movie, and then another season?
You would think that it might be a pretty good money grab, though. Like, if you make a super amazingly, like they could put a lot of money into an hour and 20 minutes, right? Make it beautiful, sell it in theaters, make a ton of money, and then like rather than like spreading that across, I don't know, 24 episodes or 12 episodes, right? Yeah. So maybe like the anime community is gonna be experimenting with that going forward. Like they're doing it with Made in Abyss, with Demon Slayer.
Yeah, it's like all the anime of the year stuff, like Bunny Girl, Demon Slayer, and also Made in Abyss. Those were all like anime of the years, and they're all doing movies, mostly because that's the money. That's where the money is.
Yeah, and if they do a good job, I'm not going to complain. But
I understand that. But what I'm wondering then is, are they going to do the movie and then do season 2, picking up where the movie left off, or are they gonna break up the movie into a few episodes as well and then go on with the story?
I have no
idea. So like, let's say you're watching it in 10 years. You want to watch the whole anime. Are you gonna have to watch the first season, then find the movie, and then watch the second season, or is it just gonna go smoothly?
I'm saying Demon Slayer Anime of the Year as a joke because I know Crunchyroll is gonna make it.
Oh, it will for sure. Yeah.
And it was definitely the most popular of the year.
Yeah.
And Vinland Saga is a Amazon Prime release, so.
Yeah, so therefore no one watched it, unfortunately.
So sad. I was looking forward to it so much too because I'm a manga reader.
No, everyone has Prime.
Yeah.
No, I watch it on Prime, but Prime definitely has its issues, man. Like, for example, I was watching today Vinland Saga, and I wanted to fast forward because it didn't leave off at the part where I was at. And all of a sudden, because I fast forwarded, the subtitles disappeared. And I'm like, what? Why?
And it always starts off without subtitles for me. Like, I have to put it on every single time.
Yeah, no, same here. It always starts without subtitles.
Yeah, so that's like, what are you doing, Amazon Prime? Like, Amazon is a massive company, guys. Like, come on. Get it together.
Adamax, so you haven't finished the anime, right?
I am close to the end, but yeah, so I've heard a lot. Like, I heard my brother, Gozen, was in another room watching the finale today, and he was just like screaming.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. The last episode.
He was like, oh, no way, he didn't. no way. I'm like, shut up, man. What's going on?
The last episode is fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard amazing things, and I mean, I love the anime already. And like, I'll tell you one thing about Vinland Saga. At first, I was like, the action is amazing, but I don't see that many characters that I love. Like, Thor's was really cool, but you know what happened. However, Askeladd has really developed into a total badass Chad lad. So respect.
Askeladd, Thorkel, the tall, Thorfinn really grows on you, especially in the next season. He will become one of your favorite like characters of all time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, he completely changes. He pulls an Aaron pretty hard.
Watch Evan be like, I'm a Prince Canute man myself.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
Someone asked me if I'm hyped for One Piece, but of course.
Every day, this man lives and breathes One Piece.
Dude, I've read the last chapter like 4 times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'm gonna.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, but I usually don't do that. The last chapter was laughable. If you've read it, you know what I mean.
So we're gonna also get the second season of Promised Neverland in the fall of 2020. So that's awesome, man. Promised Neverland is such a great anime. Completely different than most anime because it is a shonen, and yet it's not a battle shonen. It's a battle of wits shonen with an interesting premise. And the suspense of that show, it reminded me of Death Note. It's like at the end of every episode, you're like, no way this just happened. No way. And you got to wait a week to see what happens next. And you're like, oh, I don't want to read the manga, but I can't wait. So yeah, I loved watching Promised Neverland, and I can't wait for season 2.
I wonder if we'll get a Shield Hero season 2. I was just thinking because Promised Neverland was one of the best.
3 coming.
Really?
Yeah, they've been confirmed. So that's another thing to look forward to 2020.
Yeah. I'm really hyped for Promised Neverland. I've heard like it has a lot of ups and downs within the manga, but like season 1 was fire.
Yeah. And it also depends, right? Because sometimes in the anime, if certain arcs in the manga are not that popular, they can always focus less on them when the anime comes out. So, you know, I know for Attack on Titan, like they definitely make improvements in the anime based on what the author Isayama kind of thought he didn't do right earlier on in the story. So that's also possible.
I love how they do that with One Punch Man. Like one will do stuff in his webcomic, and then he'll let I think his name's Miyata. Is it Miyata or Murata?
Murata.
He'll let Murata know what like he wants to change, and then they'll change that in the manga. Then that ends up happening in the anime. Do you guys think we'll get a One Punch Man season 3?
I mean, it's
possible.
Should, but probably not in
possible.
2020, just based on precedent.
Yeah, maybe 2021, just because like the anime did catch up like pretty close to where the manga is, and it's a monthly manga, so.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a long time.
But you know what's crazy? The webcomic has so much content. Like it's stupidly ahead.
Well, yeah, it's because look at the drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I couldn't get over it, and like it was hard for me to read. And then like I just got really hyped up about a recent chapter, and I was like, "Fuck it!" And I read so much. I read all the way to the I can't say that. Never mind.
Apparently, we're going to be getting a Goblin Slayer movie as well.
Ooh.
Yep. That is the thing.
I actually enjoyed Goblin Slayer quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
After the initial shock arc, it lightens up. Well, a little bit. Definitely a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a very interesting anime, interesting premise, and because it was only like a 12 episode thing, right, or 13, it didn't overstay its welcome or anything. It was just right.
Yeah, I actually read like all of the manga, and it was very interesting. Like I was surprised. I thought I was gonna hate it after like the initial shock episode, but then like turned out pretty good. Like he realized like, yeah, maybe that was too much, and then he like dialed it back, and then it was good.
Yeah, but with that first thing, it's just kind of like introduces you to the world. The point wasn't like, oh, this is something you should like. It was like, yo, this is messed up, and this is the cruel world that this situation is taking place in, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. Like it's to grab attention. You always want the first chapter or first episode to grab as much attention as possible. If it doesn't grab attention, usually it's a shitty anime or manga.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they were just trying to show off like how fucked up the world is, and they were going for a more realistic fantasy and a more Like, if there were goblins in the real world, like, they wouldn't. I don't know. Like, they show them off to be like actual creatures.
Yeah, no. I didn't have an issue with what happened. I just had an issue of like how much they showed of what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently from what I'm seeing here, there will be a Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2 in 2020, October 2020.
Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy
cool, like-
how fast we get these season 2s nowadays. And like in the past, it was like, yeah, season 1 was great. Will we ever get a season 2? Nope.
Yeah.
And it never made sense to me. It's like it seems so marketable. If you look at like our industry, like in the West, like anything that is popular gets a sequel, even if it shouldn't. Like, and then in this case, there's source material. And I understand like the whole point of the anime was to like raise awareness and like sell manga. But at the end of the day, if it did so well, why try something random that you don't know is going to do well when you could just do a season 2 that already has a dedicated following?
Yeah.
So I feel like they're finally starting to figure that out. And it's just so sad. Like someone just said, still waiting for Devil as a part-timer. No game, no life.
Type of hands.
I'll just remind you guys that Mao from Devil's a Part-Timer was only an honorable mention in Noxtaku's top 100 characters.
Along with Mugen. God
Along
damn
with
it.
Mugen.
Yo,
Higher
Spice,
than Mugen, bro.
Spice and Wolf. There's so many anime I want a season 2 for. Or season
Megumin
3.
higher than Mugen, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Spice and Wolf has a VR game that you can do some interactive stuff if you want to do that.
Oh, cool. No, I've been reading the light novels actually.
Oh, that works.
So there's definitely content to make stuff on with all the stuff I've talked about. Like for Devil's a Part-Timer, No Game of Life, Spice and Wolf. It just like I feel like they decided not to. It took so long. It's like what's the point now when their like relevance is so low?
I think like the best thing to show like how like bad it is for old anime to get another season is just look at what happened to Cardcaptor Sakura. Like after like 20 years, nobody gave a fuck about that sequel.
Yeah, no, I never watched the
Apparently
original.
the sequel was also bad, though, because fans told me, like Misty Cronexia, he was a big Cardcaptor Sakura fan, and he said the sequel was shit.
It was okay. It wasn't like great. It was just okay.
Well,
By the way, this is according to my memory. Like, if it turns out that I'm completely wrong, and Misty's like, "What are you talking about?" I apologize. I seem to recall him saying he wasn't a huge fan of the sequel.
Yeah.
Well, look at Fruits Basket. They did a good job with their
Oh,
remake after
Yeah,
well, yeah,
many
they
years.
remade it. They
It's a
just didn't
remake.
continue.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood kind of thing. They just
Full
start
Metal
scratching.
Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh my god.
Furututsu Basketo.
Fruits the basketuru.
Hold on, I got this.
Basketo.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like to
Dun,
fucking hear.
dun, dun.
There you go.
Noble is
Alright.
bringing his A game, including sound effects, to the
I'm
rank of 8. See,
trying,
this
I'm
is a
trying to.
professional. This is a professional podcaster, not like that other guy.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Who's the other guy?
Bang, bang, bang.
The other Noble.
The other...
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Noble too.
Noble, yeah. That is the joke. That is the joke. We are the same person. That's why you never see us at the same place, same time talking together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know that used to be a funny joke until
Clearly
we kept doing
when-
it on Rank of Fake Awesome.
well, I mean, clearly they're on the same podcast, but why is it that only one of them shows their face and the other doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
What is the reason behind that?
And and now that we have evidence that you have voice modifiers, I don't
know what
know.
you're talking about. I've never modified my voice before.
That's great, Noble. You just got to be a lot louder.
Oh, sorry.
Season
Have to be
3
louder.
of Noragami. God damn it! Looking at this chat is making me so sad.
Great start. By the way, Briggs today, if you're just listening as a podcast, Briggs is wearing a turtleneck, and people are saying in the chat that he looks like a guy who should be playing croquet in France with Rustage.
That's actually funny. I never thought about that, but wow, yeah.
Yeah, today's New Year's Eve. After this podcast, going out for dinner, and then plans afterwards and such. So I just figured,
Hashtag same.
yeah. So I just figured,
Hash-
no point in changing twice.
Hashtag we have a life.
It's true. We're not just weeps, but we
So
are
about
weeps.
Shield Hero. Did anyone here finish the whole Shield Hero season?
Yeah, I did.
I read the manga too.
Okay, so what did you guys like it? Like, is it really hype or?
I think the first half of it is really good, and then towards the end, they kind of make the villains a joke. Too much
Yeah,
of a
so
joke.
I liked that first part, and I kept watching. But then when we got into the whole harem situation, and it was kind of anticlimactic, so that's where I kind of dropped off.
It looks like Jeremiah described it perfectly. It was pretty good. It's like a B. And
Mm.
manga, same thing. It has its highs. Like there's some moments that are just so hype, and then everything else is just kind of like, all right.
I mean, once they got rid of like the princess bitch, I forgot her name. But
Bitch Sama.
is just what it's called now. No. So like once they
Malty?
like defeated her, it was kind of like that's the end. Like that's it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot more, but I know what you're saying.
Like that was like the main interesting villain. Like the other villains just like, oh, it's just whatever, an RPG boss, something you're gonna fight at the end of your journey, whatever.
I thought it was a really good introduction to the story, and it was like a hype introduction, and then yeah, it just turns into a pretty normal like MMORPG
Yeah.
type like isekai.
Yeah, it just turns into just generic after that first bit.
Someone said Berserk new chapter. Yes, us Berserk fans are just waiting for one chapter in 2020. Will he drop a chapter? And then everyone will go nuts if he actually does. This is so sad.
Oh my god, what is this? So I'm looking at anime that are coming out next season. Well, I mean next year, dude. This apparently is January 2020. Dude,
What'd
it's
you-
called Overflow. This is the description. Brother, are we really taking a bath together? And so, a forbidden bathing experience began. Me, my sister, and childhood friend, one man and two women, are sharing one bath. After involuntarily overflowing, the sister's secret love comes out.
Oh,
What?
How is that not a hentai?
Sounds
I
good to
don't
me.
know. I don't know. Studio Hokiboshi.
Wait, you guys never gotten a bath before with two girls? No, that's not something that's common. No.
I mean,
We're not
I'm
all
sure-
living the dream here, Noble.
Not often is it common that one of them is your sister and the other your childhood friend.
Yeah, bro,
Like-
some of us live in Canada, bro, not the land of dreams. Hollywood, bro.
No, I if I had a sister, I definitely do not want to have a bath with my sister. That would be weird as fuck.
Yeah. Anime makes no sense sometimes when you actually think about it. Like,
There's another series coming out next year that I'm surprised is not a hentai. Interspecies Reviewers.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a good manga. Let me tell you that. That's a good manga. That's a damn good manga. I did a video about that.
Yeah, it's like what he lives in a world where prostitution is legal, and he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wants to
like-
find out what the best species of girl is.
Yeah, it's just a fuck, and it's interesting. Like it honestly is interesting. Like humans really like elves because elves stay young forever. You know, like they stay young, they look beautiful. But others, like other species, are like, elves. I don't know why you're attracted to elves. Those are like gross. I'd rather have like an old human that's like young. Like even if they're like fat and ugly, like they'll still prefer those. And it's like, well, why is that? Because like the wolf guy says, I can smell like the elf girl's like rot and like she's been moldy and stuff. Like that just doesn't turn me on.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I can't do this.
Wow.
It's really in depth,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah,
Did this-
2020
really
is
in
gonna
depth.
be quite a year, dude.
didn't that
Yeah.
happen on Namek for Dragon Ball? It was like Bulma went there and she's like all this hot woman from Earth, and then like Namekian's just like, oh, disgusting. All right,
Yo,
am I
check-
remembering that right?
Check this out. Knights of Sidonia is coming out season 3. I didn't even realize this. I actually really enjoyed Knights of Sidonia. It has 2 seasons. It's on Netflix. And I don't like the CG animation. And I wasn't going to give it a chance, but it's actually quite an interesting like space sci-fi. And I like it. I actually like it. So it's like the only CG anime that's blatantly CG that I like. There's philosophy, there's, interspecies stuff, and like how do you understand each other if you're vastly different. There's cool fights. Like, I mean, that's something that I feel like no one ever talks about, Knights of Sidonia or Sidonia no Kishi. But I'm really excited there's a season 3 because I know the first 2 seasons were great and then it ended and I was like, oh, this might be one of those that will never get another season. but apparently it is, so that's really cool.
I'd never give it a chance.
Yeah, and
Probably because of the CG, but like that shouldn't stop me.
I mean, I get you because like
Just most of the
Ajin
time,
to me
it
was
just,
very Ajin was difficult for me to watch because of the CG.
Yeah.
like most of the times they
I've
fuck
read a
up, so
little
it's
bit of
like,
Ajin, and it's not bad, but yeah, the CG is kind of a turnoff.
oh, Berserk 2016. Ugh.
Sometimes it's the only way to make it happen, you know? It's the only way.
Isekai Quartet Season 2 is coming out in January 2020, apparently.
Did anyone
yeah,
actually
right.
finish that?
It was more of a meme watch than anything. It's nothing really great.
Exactly. It was a cool concept. I'm like, oh, I want to see these guys together. Watch a couple episodes. Great. Never watching this again.
There's a bunch of movies coming out. Like, apparently, Yuri on Ice movie is coming out.
Oh, and no, oh shit! Wow. Okay.
Obviously, I don't personally care, but
What?
some people will.
You don't care about fucking Victor and his pork cutlet?
Oh yeah,
come on,
bro.
man.
I really ice skating. Super interesting to me.
I mean, they do a good job animating it. It looks good.
I know, but like they could do like an anime where they animate. I don't know.
I mean, what's
Like,
the difference between
painting
like a choreographed battle
houses?
scene
That
and
doesn't
a
mean it
choreographed
interests me.
ice skating scene? You know, both look good.
I know, but it's not interesting to me. Like again, Violet Evergarden, beautifully animated.
Huh? I mean, I guess you know, like you don't like gay people. You know,
Damn.
You went there.
Well, that was the argument used by some. If you don't like something they like, it's like, well, it's because you are racist, etc.
Sam brings up a great anime, or in this case, light novel that's coming out. 200 bits. Thank you so much, man. That time, I got isekai'd into another world with my truck.
Yes.
Light novel, maybe anime of 2020.
Yeah, it's gonna happen that fast, guys. Gonna get an anime. We're gonna use the same studio as Seven Deadly Sins.
Well, based on their animation, we might be able to afford it.
I know, Studio Dean, bro. So just give
to be
them.
fair, Studio Deem has done some good anime before, but they were just rushed.
They probably outsourced a bunch of stuff too, just to get it
Oh,
done.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
did.
yeah, they made like Konosuba, right? They made some good
Yeah,
stuff.
they made Konosuba.
But yeah, the thing is, Konosuba is not really an action anime, right? So it's not. You don't need that action budget. Like they have some
Kinda
fights,
actiony.
but it's usually just meme fights.
That's true.
But the fact that some of
mean-
the meme fights were better animated, like way better animated than Seven Deadly Sins season 3, or is this
Yeah,
season
man,
3?
they paid good attention to Darkness's boobies. Let me tell you that.
Oh,
They did
yeah.
some good things.
They had that physics under control.
Yeah, that budget, bro. That
Yeah.
budget.
I mean, where else were they gonna spend it?
No, but that's why Darkness is best girl.
Dude, it's so messed up how Netflix is still like in my head messed up what season Seven Deadly Sins were on. It's
Yeah.
3, right?
It's 3.
Okay.
Fate Stay Night movie Heaven's Feel Part 3 is coming out, and then another Fate movie is coming out.
Yeah, Fate's too popular, so there's like more shit. Like I think
Fate
it's
Grand
the
Order
highest grossing
Movie as well.
anime game ever. Well, just game actually on the phone.
Yeah, like for me, Fate, like some of them were interesting, like Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Zero, but I kind of just can't keep up with all of it.
Yeah, I can't do it either. I just can't bother being interested in it at all. It's too choony. That's what I feel.
Apparently the Heaven's Fields movies are pretty good. I loved Fate Zero though. Fate Zero is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
There's also apparently Dr. Stone Wars, so Dr. Stone season 2.
okay. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I'm surprised they're
I
not doing a
love
movie
Dr.
for
Stone.
it.
I know,
Thank
just
God.
movies all over the place.
Like, I don't want another movie. I just want an anime, man. Dr. Stone was great. Like it ramped up. It keeps ramping up, and it makes it more and more interesting. Like I'm loving it. I like the fact that I'm like interested in the science.
Yeah, me too. Like I think they make it very interesting. They make the conflict interesting to begin with. They make the characters interesting, and then even the science stuff, which usually if someone's like, "Hey, let's learn about science," I'd be like, "Get away from me, you maniac." But with Dr. Stone, I do enjoy it.
The only thing that they really need to pull together in that anime is the girl's eyes. That's what they need to do. They're too far apart.
Oh, I
God
did.
damn.
Maybe I didn't even notice, but maybe.
I've seen the
No,
screenshots.
it's the
but-
derp.
No, when it's animated and moving, it's not that bad. But when you pause, it's like, oh. And then once it's brought up to you, you can't really unsee it.
Yeah, those eyes are just too far. Like the guys look great. Like I don't understand. Like the guys look normal and they look great, and then you get to the girls and you're like, what the fuck?
It's a shonen after all. The budget doesn't go into their face. It's all about the male protagonist's hair and the women's assets.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the budget definitely goes on Senku's hair, bro.
Oh yeah.
That
Dude,
ain't
it looks
no
so
joke.
There's
cool.
that much fan service in it. Oh wait, never mind. No, I'm remembering scenes. Never mind. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
Other seasons that we have here: Golden Kamui 3rd season, apparently. Baki 2nd season, Megalobox 2nd season. All of those are listed here.
Radiant
But-
season
But
2.
for
How
some
did
of them, I will say
Radiance
that there
get
is
another
no.
s- Go ahead.
For some of them, I will say that there is no official release date yet, and for some of them, they actually do list the month when it's coming out. So I guess the other ones are like to be announced.
So you never really know if it's gonna come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't want to like say for sure, and then people are like, remember a year ago when you said that Bang Dream season 3 was coming out? It did it, man. Bang Dream, a real thing, by the way. I don't know what it is.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't
can't
have
believe-
a description.
I can't believe Radiant got another season. I feel like it flopped.
I mean, all that matters, like with that, is Blu-ray sales. Usually, Blu-ray sales make second seasons happen.
Bro, don't forget that like hand holders or whatever that anime was got a sequel.
Handshakers. Oh my god.
Handshakers, yes.
Oh yeah.
Like if that was, I watched the first episode of that, and I'm like, what?
I don't understand who decides what gets a fucking second season. Do they not look at like it has to be based off sales. But
Yeah,
like to
it's
me,
Blu-ray sales.
like
It's
based off of like
completely
what
Blu-ray
I
sales.
see and the popularity, it looks like they're just fucking throwing a dart at a board and whatever anime they hit gets a second season. Like how?
I mean, that's why I like a lot of harem anime keep getting like adapted because like they make a fortune off the Blu-ray sales because they show all the uncensored goods.
I don't remember the last time I saw a Blu-ray. Like everything is streamed now.
That's
Yeah.
true with like stuff like High Dive streaming uncensored shows.
Yeah, I don't know what Japan does, but maybe they stream the uncensored stuff after a while or something. I don't know, but yeah, the Blu-rays usually have all the goods for them.
Also, the third movie in Eureka 7 movie
Got another one? Oh,
like
man.
thing is coming out. I think it's like a retelling, from what I remember. But yeah, I'm one of those people that was not a huge fan of Eureka 7 because of
What?
Renton, the main character, being a
The first
bitch.
one was good. I really enjoyed it, but the sequel to it, I was like, this is trash.
I don't like the main character Renton. I thought the show had great potential. Like they've have that whole crew, like a lot of cool characters, but none of them are explored enough because it's all about Renton crying about everything constantly.
Get in the robot, Rented. I'm just-
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Get on the skateboard, Renton.
The
Like
Elegant
it.
Wolf donated $5 to say it's already past midnight here in Czech. Well, Happy New Year's to everyone watching.
Happy New Year's. I was in Prague last year. Fun times. Terrible taxis, but otherwise great.
Recreator's got a second season, but of course, it's a modern classic after all.
I know. Recreators is an absolute modern classic.
You hate to see it, but it's a fact.
Is there anything else you guys feel needs to be brought up?
Arifureta is getting a second season. I know that's a popular one.
I actually was kind of enjoying it, even with its shitty CG.
Like that's one of the ones that I thought like Recon would really like, but actually he's like, nah, it's subpar. So when he says it,
Oh yeah, I remember why I dropped it because once they introduced the bunny girl or whatever, it went to shit.
You would think that would improve the series.
No, she was too much of a dope and made it less serious.
that's kind of for me in Shield Hero, the chicken girl.
Philo? Oh, you didn't like Philo?
What? You don't like feel?
No.
What?
Why
What?
would I?
She's
Animax,
still
she
kind
has
of
a-
serious, but you know, it's just,
Well,
it is what it
Animac
is. Like,
never likes lollies ever.
No, but she's not interesting to me. Like I was all for Raftalia and Naofumi hooking up, but then it was like they brought her
Wait
in,
a
and I was
minute.
like,
I mean, like Philo is not really there. She's kind of like the daughter.
I know, but she's just annoying character to me. I don't know, man. I guess I'm not a furry. I don't know.
He's not a furry.
She's got
and he is,
feathers, so
I'm not a feathery.
Yeah, I'm more of a fishy myself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like the aliens. I'm an alieny.
What's
Well,
it called with Schnicks? Because Schnick Girl Mai from Monster Musume is pretty cool.
Snake.
That's a
girl?
scaly.
Scaly, that's it.
Scaly,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, The King's Avatar, a new season, I guess, is coming out. That's a Chinese anime,
Ooh. Dude.
but it's popular.
Dude, they need to start animating a lot more. What's the Korean manga called again? Anyone? Anyway,
There's
people
a
have been
lot of
sent.
Korean manga.
People have been
Manhwa?
sending me a lot of Korean manga to watch and or read
Manhwa.
it. Manhwa, that's it. They need to start animating that.
I don't know, man, because Korea's all about K-pop. Apparently, that's all anyone ever talks about.
Ho Plonks drops 2,350 bits. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you.
Thank you for that oddly specific number. Really appreciate it. Should I try to pronounce the King's Avatar, the proper name?
Sure, go for it.
Guangxi Guaoshou.
As well as Tower of God and God of High School, apparently, are a lot of manhwa people want to get animated.
Yeah,
Tower of God is not Japanese.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I'm pretty sure that's manhwa.
I just feel like manhwa keeps on getting more and more popular. It's inevitable that they'll start becoming anime or anime.
Yeah, the one that I really liked was Cavalier of the Abyss, and then they got another thing like a sequel to that, and that was pretty good. Like the art for that was amazing, and the story was pretty good too.
Yeah, Tower of God is Korean. Yeah, the thing is about like Korea, is a huge market, but China is also a massive market.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like because of the historical tensions between China and Japan, China hasn't become even more into anime this time. Although a lot of Chinese people I know are definitely into anime, it's very popular. But imagine if like more and more people in the Chinese market, which is massive, become anime fans. Like that'll be huge.
That'd be huge for us as creators. Like imagine like all of Asia starts like creating anime and like the fan bases are all into anime.
Yep. I hope they're all going to be fans of the truck isekai that we're making.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
But the one thing though is look at just how much Disney and like Marvel and stuff covet the Chinese market. So yeah, if the Chinese market opens up more to anime, that would be huge.
Yeah, I mean the Star Wars movie bombed in China, so that was a big hit for them.
I mean, it's still gonna make a lot of money, but just not as much as they thought it would.
How did it bomb in China?
Because it was a bad movie.
I personally didn't. After the first movie of the new trilogy, I was like, nah, I don't care. So I haven't been watching it. But The Mandalorian is great.
Oh yeah, The Mandalorian is fantastic.
I watched like the first two like on release days, but like this third one, I just didn't care to see it, and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, a lot of people see. I didn't see the second one. A lot of people said they didn't like the second one, so they're not going to even bother with the third one.
Yeah, it's not much better. I wouldn't even call it better.
I would say that The
probably worse.
Mandalorian is the best thing that's happened to Star Wars since the 80s.
Well, no, the new Star Wars game is also phenomenal. Too.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
I'm not a
The
gamer. so I
Mandalorian
don't
in
know.
that game, great.
Yeah, people have been recommending me the game a lot. People are saying it's like Sekiro, which I did not expect from a Star
It
Wars
is.
game.
It's a
Yeah.
Souls-like Star Wars game.
But it has
Kinda- it's more like
difficulties. Pathetic.
exploration oriented,
Yeah, it has
though.
difficulty settings. If you want it to be like Sekiro, put it on the highest.
Pathetic. You guys should look at God of High School promo. Webtoons gave it, and it's a good opening. It's a good anime opening. Thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Yeah, people have been recommending so much stuff to me. Solo leveling, something Ragnarok, like a bunch of manhwa.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of interesting things happening next year. I'm going to be looking forward to a lot of the sequels that I already know I love, but there's going to be some interesting new stuff going on as well. So I'm excited for sure. It's going to be a great year, and let's just hope, because this year was amazing, fantastic. Last year was amazing. I just hope for an even better year, anything comparable next year.
Dude,
sorry, go ahead.
It's crazy how like I remember like 5-6 years ago there'd be like one anime per season that I actually like cared about watching, right? And now it's like this last season was a pretty mess season. And then I think about it, we had Beastars, we had Vinland Saga, we had, I guess Vinland Saga was the previous season. We had Beastars, A Hero no Sora, and Overly Cautious Hero, 3 all okay, good anime that I really enjoyed and continue to watch. And like this was a mess season. Then you go back and you get Vinland Saga, Doctor Stone, Demon Slayer, Promised Neverland. This year was incredible.
It was. Yeah. It definitely was.
I thought Promised Neverland was the previous year.
January.
No, it started in January. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a really great few years, because even though we get like 8 isekai per season, which to me you would think, oh man, this is a disaster, enough anime are being made, like a lot more anime are being made now, and some of them are really amazing. So it's been a great few years, and I hope it continues.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this special New Year's Eve episode, talking about all the things we're looking out for and are excited for in the anime and manga world in 2020. Thank you for joining us. Evanit0, the Fish King.
No. I hate you. But thank you for having me.
The Mermaid Lover. The Scaly, or the Gilly, or the Fishy, whatever you want to call him. Love you, Evanit0. Link will be in the description to his stuff.
Thank you.
Also, Noble from Lost Paws.
I don't get a. God, I'm not even a scaly. God damn.
What are you? I don't know. Oh, furry? What are you? You have a fox girl.
He's the guy with the godlike voice.
I'm a foxy. That's what I am. The man with the godlike voice.
It's not even fair, man. Having those sound effects is not even fair. Like, now we gotta
Imagine if Nux had that though. Like,
he's already enough of a meme master. I would not support
I've been
it.
here this entire time. You guys haven't been introducing me. What's going on here? Come on.
That's amazing.
And finally, the Apex boy, Briggs from All Day Anime.
That is me, the Apex boy. Oh my god. This was a fun episode. I love doing these extra episodes, man. We'll be back on Thursday with the Zawardo Anime Awardos. That's
also known as the World Anime Awards outside of Japan.
This is true. Outside of Japan.
And look forward to, we're almost at 50,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel for Rant Cafe. I hope that by the time we hit 50K, we'll have chapter 1 of the novel done.
Hell yeah.
As you know, the prologue is out. Chapter 1 is being worked on, so stay tuned for the Rant Cafe Isekai. It's gonna get epical.
That's a word.
Yeah.
That is a word.
And it is trending in Japan, as the chat points out. Thank you, guys. Until next time, see you, Space Cowboys, and Happy New Year.
Bang, bang.
Happy New Year!
Bang.